Man door, hand hook, car door. Anyway, hello. I wanted to do an updated makeup routine because it's changed a little bit since the very first video I made, Angry Makeup, I think. Just to show it, but I did do it in the bathroom. When I was on my way to get a tattoo appointment, or I wasn't on the way, I was getting ready to go. And my neighbors were taking a 3-hour long shower, and that does make all the pipes clang really loudly, which is a lot of fun. You know, blessings, blessings, blessings to my upstairs neighbors who I love and adore so much. They seem to also really love to bowl at 10 p.m. I already started and I'm not even saying the products. Okay. e.l.f. I'm using all the same products, but I'm just doing it differently. e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer in the shade Sheer. Looks like that. Okay. Love that you can see. I've hit pan on it already. I'm getting kind of sentimental, but I just use my fingers and I put it all over my face, just like a thin layer, make sure it's all like blended in. But yeah, this is like what makes my makeup stay the longest, I think. I used to use the baby face, you know, like that blue tube that everybody had. I have a lot of like outdated makeup, but it was just like, it's like an ointment type of material, like formula. It's so weird. It's like greasy. I used to put it on my nose because I didn't like the way that like the little dots looked, and it worked, but like at what cost? It was so greasy. And then Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless Foundation in Coconut. Yep, and you go ahead and put way too much on your little palette. You're gonna have to scoop it back in there. I wrote down a list of things I was going to talk about, but it was only like 2 things because I forgot while I was writing it, and I forgot I made the list. So first of all, I went to get a tattoo a couple days ago. I actually don't remember when. That's crazy. It was less than 2 days ago though. I think so, yeah. And it was my first ever hand poke tattoo, and it went really well. I had to go to Dallas for it, and there was like this whole thing with the driving. Like, I have such bad driving anxiety, and I had to like convince myself to go because I've gotten a little bit used to driving to Dallas, but this was like in the heart of Dallas. Like, it was like an hour drive. Usually I'm just like, I go as far as the airport and that's it, which is like 35 to 45 minutes, which is bad but manageable at this point. This was like an hour drive, and I was freaked out. Like, I was like, the night before, I was like, I am not making this drive. Like, I already know. I was on Uber, Lyft. It was a $60 there. So I would have spent $120 if I took an Uber. And I was seriously considering it because I was like, I can't make this drive. Like, driving anxiety will get you. It will get you. And it will get you. But I did it. I made it. And it was pretty, it wasn't, whenever I say it wasn't that bad, what I mean is like I didn't die, which is what I was expecting to do. I didn't have a great time driving there, as I never do, but it went pretty smoothly. That's what I'll say. It wasn't that bad. It went pretty smoothly. But yeah, my artist was so nice. Yeah, she was so sweet. It was such a cute shop too. Like, everyone was so nice. I met one of the other tattoo artists that I followed first. That's how I found the one that I went to. It wasn't more painful than a machine tattoo because I've heard that hand poke hurts less. It didn't hurt less. I think it was about the same, especially because it was in the sternum. Let me actually show it. Hello. You can't even see it. Love. I already had a sternum tattoo, and that one was like, it went pretty quickly, so I don't really remember how much it hurt, but it hurt. Okay, wait. I'm patting it all over my face. Obviously, I'm already done with it. And look how much I have left. Love. Today is kind of a chill day, so I don't want to like do a cake face. I mean, I don't really do cake face, but why am I lying? I'm gonna do the exact same makeup routine I do every day. I think the shade is a little bit orange now for me. But I don't believe in buying winter shades. Like, would I look like spending $7 whole on a shade that matches anymore? Like, I'm just gonna have to deal with the orange. But the thing was, it was like, it hit my nerves so much more. It was weird. Like, I was like, maybe this is what acupuncture feels like, because every time like she would poke, by the way, it made a popping noise. She warned me about it. She was like, it doesn't necessarily hurt more. A lot of people are just like uncomfortable with the popping noise. And I was like, but yeah, it does make a popping noise every single time the needle goes in your skin. It was like oh, it was so weird. I mean, like, I got used to that part quickly, but the thing was the nerves. It's concealer time. Oh wait, no. I use like this little flat brush to like blend it out on, I guess, the edges of my face. Do faces have edges? Just like blend into my hairline, because if you use a beauty blender, it's gonna like look blocky up here. So I like to blend it, make it look a little bit more natural, and then on my face a little bit to decrease the shine. And then concealer, e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer in the shade Chestnut? Deep Chestnut. This is what I do new. I was watching this old makeup tutorial we made in 2020, and I was like, ooh, I looked horrible. I cannot believe I was doing this method. Yeah, there's like nothing on my... Okay. I'm just scooping from my imagination at this point. The bottle is see-through. There's nothing in here. So what I like to do now, I still go under my eye, but I don't like do like a scoop shape. I go like that, because I do have a little bit of dark circles, but they're not that bad. And I know you're supposed to like use red to color correct, but I don't have any color correcting concealer. I've used eyeshadow before, but it was weird. Like, I'm gonna need to work on that. But okay, and then I've started going down like right here a little bit, and then I go up on the corners to lift, and then I put a little bit on my chin just to even out the dimensions, and then up here I do like a little, like, I'm so sorry I made that face, pat it in. For me, I feel like this like shapes my face so much more. Like, before, when I was doing concealer, it was like, okay, this is so, it's not just like one shade all across and it makes your face look flat, and it worked kind of, but this I feel like really like puts a shape to my face, especially in this area. Like, I'm bringing the highlights into the center right here, and then it's even more apparent when I use contour. But yeah, it hit every time she hit on this side, she poked on this side, I could feel it in my left leg. So I'd like, when she would poke it, I'd be like it was so weird. Like, it wasn't like it was more painful, it was just like really unnerving and it was such a weird sensation. I don't ever want to feel that again. But yeah, are you seeing the difference? And when she was on this side, I could feel it in my upper arm a little bit. So I was like, I know you're not tattooing my leg right now. Why do I feel it? It's bizarre. Okay, so now I'm going in with Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder in 35, shade Deep. And I'm going to put this in all the places that I concealed. Now, I know that you're supposed to bake your whole face, but I have translucent powder, but it makes me look so ashy. Like, I got like the one that's supposed to just blend seamlessly into your skin, but it doesn't work for me. So I just put it in the places that I concealed, and that works for me fine. And then I just setting spray the rest of my face. I use this little mini one. Sorry, that was so aggressive. I use this little mini one. Pink and blue beauty blenders are from Amazon. This is like the third set that I've got. I don't know the differences between beauty blenders. Like, how do you know which ones are better and which ones are worse? I'm not paying, what, $15 for the OG beauty blender. I'm buying a regular sponge. I got this from like Burlington or something. This one works good, but how do you know before you buy? I'm just patting it into the areas. I don't like to swipe them anymore or like sweep. I pat in. This powder is not yellow at all. It's like, it's kind of like tan, which I feel like fits with my skin tone way better. I don't really know what my undertone is. I think maybe reddish? I don't know. But this one works. Are you for real about to cut grass right now? There's nothing there. He's for real not cutting anything. Concentrate. Oh, okay. Goodbye. I'm taking I'm taking a flat top brush, kind of flat on top. I think this is a blush brush, I'm not sure, but I use this to pat the powder in some more and then brush. Perish. Okay. Ah! As soon as it did! This is psychological torture. I'm just gonna, we persist. I wanted to leave at 11:44, but it's 11:35, and that's not gonna happen. Okay, 12 o'clock. I'm taking this flat top brush, and I'm patting the powder into my face some more. Now, before, I used to just immediately brush it off, but I feel like that just got rid of all of the highlighting color immediately. So now I pat it in and then I brush, and this I find holds a lot more of the color in it, and it really seals it into my face. I wrote R.I.P. Declan on the list. It showed! R.I.P. Declan on the list, but he's fine now, so we're gonna disregard that. Tonight I am going, okay, now I'm brushing. I love that I do this every single video, like, can we finish a thought? Okay, now, I'd like to do contour, because without it, like, it's shaped, but it's not complete, you know? But the thing is, I use this eyeshadow palette, the Warrior 2 by Juvia's Place, as contour, but I find that when I use powder contour with cream foundation, it just like immediately blows, or like it wipes the foundation off, like when I'm trying to blend it in. So I'm not really liking how this one is looking. Well, actually I used to use this e.l.f. palette that was not my color at all. And this isn't my color. Like for contour, this seems like a little much. This was the Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer 24-hour matte finish in deep walnut. You know, it follows the nut theme. But the thing with this is it dries so fast. Like as soon as I put it on my face, it's dry, and it's so hard to blend. And I just keep rubbing at it, and then it wipes my foundation off. That being said, I'm gonna use it. That seems excessive. I'm gonna put like the tiniest dot. Okay, and then instead of using the brush, I'm gonna sponge it first. Sponger. Oh my goodness. See what I mean? Like the dots are already like sealed into my face somehow. Why does it dry so fast? Oh, it looks awful. It's like a smudge. Okay, well that doesn't look that bad. I don't like it though. I feel like that didn't do anything. I'm just gonna use this and just brush my foundation off, I guess. I think I may be able to just use, or I could probably try setting my face first and then doing it, but then it's like, what's the point if my concealer could wipe off? So I use this pointed one, and then I go into Kufuru. I used to use a little bit of Kufuru and Jamada, but Jamada is so like red. This is already like a reddish, and it kind of looks like too much blush, but is anything on this brush? I can usually tell if I look forward. Okay, and then I put a little bit right here, so my forehead doesn't look so massive. I have to embrace my Jessie pigment forehead, you know. I put a little bit on my jawline. I don't think it does anything. It's just mostly just so I can feel better. You see, it's already coming off, and it's like my foundation is already not super full coverage, which I kind of appreciate. There's nothing over here. Carving out the concealer so it's not so blotchy. by using the brush that or the sponge that I put the finishing powder on, and I just cut it. There doesn't seem to be any left on the brush for this side, which is so fun. So I forgot what I was saying. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the same brush and brush the concealer out a little bit because it's like too sharp for me. Go away! I took care of it. What I was doing was brushing my eyebrows up with the spoolie just so they're completely full because I don't have a lot of brow. I finally did them. I like trimmed the edges and like lip because that gives you like a lifted face, right? That's what I've heard. No. And then I go along the top and like brush it down. I'm gonna pretend that there's no noise. And then I go into the same palette into Sherwada. This was like the worst possible day to start filming again. I used this little angled brush from Essence. It was like $1 and some change. It's like really caked up now. Okay. Dip it in, just a little tiny bit, because this is really dark. I would use this. I probably should start using this, but I don't. Okay, and then once you begin, the most amount of product is on your brush right now. Does that make sense? I like to go into the most forgivable part of the most forgiving part of my eyebrow, which is like somewhere in the middle, right along the arch. So I just do like small strokes, and that gets like all the most of the product off. And then now that most of it is off, I can go into the arch. I don't want to use it when there's so much product on it, and then I do my arch and it looks weird and bad and fake. And I like to go a little lighter hand on my brows now, especially now that I'm blonde. If you do like super dark brows, it can look kind of jarring against the blonde hair. So, and then I put a little bit in the front. I try and stay away from I never go on the top of the front of my brow. Never. I go on the bottom sometimes, but I don't want like a blocky look. And then I extend the tail a little bit. Yeah. And I do the same on the other side. I love doing the arch. It's so fun. My arches are uneven, but I choose to ignore it. Anyway, to continue my thought from half an hour ago, tonight we are going to a PJ party at Insomnia Cookies. I don't know what to expect, but they said there was going to be free cookies and prizes, so I do want to go. I like Insomnia Cookies a lot. The one nearby has the worst service I've ever like, not to be like a Karen, but it's so bad. I don't even do delivery there anymore because I know it's not going to show up. I ordered Uber Eats delivery from there one time and it didn't come until 3 hours later. Like, not exaggerating. That's actually happened to me twice. They like turned off the tracking. They were like, you'll know when it's here. I'm like, huh? Where's my cookies? I'm trying to even this out because I messed up on this side and it's not working. I don't really know where I wanted to go with this look today. The look was supposed to be we leave the house on time, and that's not working. Okay, I'm going into Sherwada again in preparation to do my lashes, and then I'm gonna line the top part of my eyelid, like right on the lash line. And I do this because if I make a mistake with my lash when I put my lashes on, that's too much. Just like the smallest, thinnest line possible. If I do a mistake when I put my lashes on and I put them a little bit too high above my lash line, then this is gonna conceal that and I can get away with it. Because the black will like help it blend in more and it will look like I put it on correctly. And then I go in with the spoolie and I brush my lashes down. I used my eyelash curler yesterday because my eyelashes go like inwards for some reason. Like they're like, it looks so bad. So I was like, let me fix this because they're not in great shape right now. So I curled them. I don't know if it did anything, to be honest. But I already have like really curly lashes. They just don't curl in the right direction. So I brushed them down so it doesn't get caught on the glue on the lash when I put it on, because it does that very often and it makes it look, it doesn't stick and it's really annoying. I think I'm gonna wear Juliana today. I've been wearing Juliana and Elizabeth Super Strong Hold 3D Eyelash Adhesive in Clear from INV. As we all know, I used to use Kiss Lash adhesive with the aloe vera. And you know how much I hated it. It was so gloopy and it went out so fast and it didn't hold that well. But this, I found it in a beauty supply and I was like, let me just try it. I love it. I won't get anything else but this now. It holds so much better with the same amount. It doesn't gloop up. I'm already running low though, so yeah. Okay, I'm just putting the glue on now. While this one is drying, I'm going to do my lips. Oh, this is Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in Hot Chocolate. Sometimes I use this one. This one lasts a lot longer. This one goes on smoother, and I don't feel like doing all the other stuff today, so just real quick. I'm not the best at lining my lips, to be honest. I love like a way overinflated looking lip on black women, on black people. Okay, I'm going into the same palette. Surprise! Why is it so bright? I'm using the same brown shade that I used on my contour, and I'm just gonna pat it in on random places. I try to like blend out with the lip liner, but it never works. I really just do like random combos on my lip every time and hope it looks similar. But I really need to get a lipstick that actually is in the color I want, so I don't have to do this every time. I put it everywhere except for the center of my bottom lip, because we still want some shape. And then the bottom center, I'm gonna go and mix with Zama and Zaz. That way, it adds some dimension still. Love. Picking on this lash. I always do my right side first for some reason. And just set it down. It doesn't have to go on perfectly the first time, as long as it's in the right area. And then I press the outer corner down, and then the inner corner. And you want to make sure it gets like on the line, the curve of your eye, and not like straight across. That happens to me all the time, but this makes it look way more natural. And then I just go along it and then press it into my face just to make sure it's sealed and secure. I also like to like go as close as possible to like the lash strip and like squeeze and push into my face. It's just anything to make it as secure as possible, because we don't want lashes coming off. It's embarrassing, especially in the inner corner and the outer corner. Sometimes I place this a little bit higher up so it lifts, but sometimes I kind of like the downturn like look, you know. Okay, just squeezing some more, lifting. Cool, until all like the white and wet part is dry. And then I go in with my spoolie and brush my real lashes up into it just to blend it out a little bit more, because when I brush it down you can see it kind of like sticking out still. So brush it up into the lash, make it look a little more natural. If I do it correctly though, my natural lash won't show up. Okay, while that glue is drying, I'm going to put on my fake moles. I really love the look of fake moles. I feel like it completes the look. I use NYX Epic Ink Liner. I've used this since I was like 16. Not this one, but this liner brand and this type. I love it. The only thing is, like, it frays on the outside. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, but like it frays if you use it a lot. And that's kind of annoying, because when you're trying to draw on a line and like the random string just comes and messes it up. But I haven't used this as a liner for a long time. Well, as like a regular wing liner. It's good for like drawing intricate designs, I think. I love a marker tip. I could never do like the brush tip. Like, I don't have that kind of hand control, so I love a good marker tip. But now that I only really use eyeshadow as eyeliner, then I don't use this that much. I just use it for my moles now. So I like to put it on places that already have a little bit of discoloration or like a pimple. Oh, I put a dot. Goodness gracious, can you speak? I put a dot. Yeah, this eyeliner is uneven. I put a dot where I want it to go, just a little bit, and then I use my finger and I just press on it so it's not like so dark, and it blends in a little bit more naturally. Yeah, because right now I found the Canada mukbang video that me and Jordan made. I thought I had completely lost the unedited footage, but I guess Zoe saved it for me. I thought I only had the edited version. And it was pretty funny. The edited version was pretty funny, but I did it in like a night, and like the sound was so bad. Like I had like these like weird sound effects, and they were so much louder than the audio. It was just like messy. It was fun. It was like cute, but it was messy. So I'm re-editing it now. I wanted to keep a lot of the same like moments and editing in it, but I'm making it smoother and not super loud so it doesn't bust my eardrums. But yeah, I have the mukbang in line, and then I have this whole video that I'm making, this documentation video I'm making for my art project right now, which is taking up so much space. And then I had the video that I filmed yesterday right before my tattoo appointment, but I think I might just scrap that one. Second lashes going on. But yeah, I wish I just had time to just edit all of them, because I forget, and then they just sit in my camera roll, and then when it's time, when I have the motivation to do something else, I run out of storage because it's still just sitting there. I've become so powerful that I can put on lashes with my hand. I used to only be able to do it with tweezers. Look at me, my growth. Love a dramatic lash. 16-year-old Zoe could see me now. Mwah. But yeah, that was my updated makeup routine. Lashes set, dots on. Yeah, maybe I'll put a little bit of the PJ party at the end. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna forget to film it, but yay.